Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Bridgewater. It's complete. It's Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 2nd and 13, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Bridgewater. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25. Texan first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
36, check, lucky. Come now. Check right 47. Let him know.
On first down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays in offense sessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception.
Check 52.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Bridgewater. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on,
That's the
baby.
end of the
Let's
first
go.
quarter. With the score, Texans 7, Jaguars nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now it's Miller. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Rush in. Rush in. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. 55, 955. Hey, eat.
Here's Bridgewater. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Bridgewater now from the 50. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And again, it's Bridgewater. He'll let this go for the... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it is, Fournette is in trouble, and he goes down to the end zone. 2 points, that's a safety.
And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On second down, Bridgewater again. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Mike 51. All day, all day. Shift. Hey, check.
Bridgewater to throw it. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Check out. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Hey, Mike 51. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 30 on second down, Watson. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. from the gun. Here's Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, we got 3 out, 3 out. Mike 51, Mike 51. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he completes it to Westbrook. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. 51's the mic, boy, 51. I got one. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. No. Off. Show it up. Show it up, go. 51, let it go.
To throw, Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater completes it to Miller. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that... Sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You can't block me. You can't pick it up.
Now Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Leonard Fournette. They find some open field here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Faking the give. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 2 there, second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Check it back, check it back.
Again, it's Miller. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught. It's Miller. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
51, Mike. Mike 51. I'm coming after you.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. That's it.
Bridgewater again. He's going to sling this deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. To the air again with Bridgewater. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. He'll have a first down past the 40. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd have this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Play fake. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
This is it. 19. Here we go. Here we go.
Watson off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. For this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on... And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
third down, Bridgewater. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. After the run, Watson going to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Watson. To throw again. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check three.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bridgewater to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? After the penalty, it's Miller.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Watson being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Watson now to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. This to almost certainly win the football game. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Houston, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.